Welcome back to another video. Thank you for watching again. If you watched the video before, last time we did some upgrading and securing for the secure shell connection. That was a lot of fun. And in this video, what we're going to do is configure some two-factor authentication, particularly around Google. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. First, what we're going to do is for our first and only exercise, this video is going to be fairly quick. We're going to configure the Google Authenticator. It's a productive application, of course, and it allows for the two-factor authentication on a device that we want to, of course, improve the level of security against. And it uses the time-based one-time password algorithm and the HMAC-based one-time password algorithm as well. So the password generated can then be used as an additional requirement to enter through a secure shell connection or any type of configuration, really. So first, we're just going to place this command here. Right, shouldn't take long at all. All right, perfect. So the dependencies before we install the Google Authenticator has been officially installed. So now we can go ahead and install the Authenticator. Should be somewhat of a lengthy command. See here in a second. All right, perfect. Now we can officially download the Authenticator again. All right, so it's here. Fairly quick. Perfect. So now the Kali is finished with this request, so we're actually going to clear out the screen. I love a clean screen, so now we could just do this here, of course. All right, perfect. So now what we're able to do so I also want to note that as far as what one of the reasons why we do this, let's say a man in the middle attack, right? So a malicious attacker intercepts the information that's being exchanged between two parties. In this particular type of attack, the malicious hacker can also alter the information. So in this situation, the information sent from one party is altered and received by another party. But upon installing, we should be able to see the secret code, verification code, and also the emergency scratch codes assigned as well. These can also be used on mobile devices or other computers to confirm the identity of the user, right? So that's why we also agreed to the time skew as well. And also the rate limiting and a few other things. But now the Google Authenticator is now installed and ready to use, but we must assign its functions to Secure Shell. So that means that we're going to move on to our next task, which is going to be configuring the PAM module and the Secure Shell, because PAM works as a layer between the user and the application, right? And in the authentication process, I'm going to now configure the PAM module and the Secure Shell, which will be the application, of course, to work together. So I'm going to do a few things here, uh, initially with opening up LeapPad. So let's see here. Okay. All right. So first, what I'm going to do is see if I can this up a little bit. All right. So I'm going to add a piece of code. If I can find if it is. I'm going to add it here. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just going to save it. All right, close it out. We want to open LeapPad up back up again. All right, perfect. So now I'm just going to change the challenge response authentication. Should be somewhere here. There it is. Of course, so we're going to save. All right, then we're going to close it out. All right, perfect. So now I'm just going to restart the secure shell. And of course, make sure we take a look at the status. Active and running, just like we like. All right, perfect. So they've been restarted. So now let's actually go ahead and do that there. Exit out. All right, so now we're going to verify the two-factor authentication connection. So to continue with the configuration to verify that it's working on Kali Linux, I have to connect it. I have to connect to it from another server. In this particular case, I'm going to connect to it from Win10. With Win10, how I'm going to verify it is I'm going to use the putty tool here. All right, so we take a look at the host name, enter that. Okay, perfect. Of course, we're going to get a security alert. Never populates here. There we go. Of course, I'm going to log in root. Perfect. Now, even so, we see that the secure shell connection is asking for a verification code to be entered into the connection. But for right now, I'm going to skip entering the verification code. And of course, naturally, it's going to deny my access. So I'm going to actually close out the window and do something else here really quickly. I'm going to take a look at these tools here. Let's see. Where's that? There it is. There you go, buddy. And let's run it. It's going to give me a message saying that it hasn't been fully scanned. Run add, of course, going to be Authenticator. Right, so now the Authenticator is fine, so I do have to enter in the security key. I'm sorry, the secret key from that was provided during the installation. So I'll enter that in just a moment. All right, so we got the Authenticator running, so let's go ahead and give it another shot here. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's do, let's see. Application code. Okay. All right. So I fixed it, and now, as you can see, we're officially logged in via Putty. That we were able to do the authenticator. So that'll actually bring us to the end of this video. There's successful authentication of the verification code. So it was, again, fairly quick. We only just configured the Google Authenticator by performing some dependencies installation, configuring PAM module and secure shell, and then we verified the two-factor authentication. This was definitely fun. The next video, we'll be doing some encryption and steganography. I'll see you there. Stay curious, stay secure.